Good morning, everyone. This is John with the Digital Growth Community and brought to you by B.O.S. Solutions, where I can teach you to be your own self solution, just like my brand says. And, I've talked a lot about time this week, where time compounds, whether you do something or you do nothing. But when you start doing little things and anything in life, whether you're practicing a free throw, layups, whatever it is you're doing, working out, it takes those little first steps to make progress because over time that compounds and you'll get better. Just like somebody running a marathon, they don't just start out running 26.2 miles. Well, they start out running a couple and then they each week move up and increase their endurance and their training and everything. But you gotta have a system. You gotta put dedication into following it. Like focus. And this might be an acronym video today. Follow one course until success. So you got to be disciplined. You got to put in the effort. And just like this with these videos, some people call it pain. You got to put yourself out there on a video, which some of us don't like. I remember being in my college speech class. I was like 25, 26 when there's these 18-year-olds probably thinking, who is this old guy? And, I had an awesome teacher. She was awesome. I'm still friends with her today, but she gave me the confidence to go through it. Even though I was scared, like, who am I? Why am I doing this to myself? You know, talk about sweating beads when you're talking about a subject and you're like 7, 8 years older than these kids and you're thinking they're they're wondering what they're thinking about you. But I got over that. I was like, well, I'm gonna put myself out there. I'm gonna do the best I can. Yes, I'm gonna flub up. I'm gonna and say ands and that and things like that, which I still do, unfortunately. But and like I said, but you gotta follow a system. And here's what system stands for: save yourself time, energy, and money. When you incorporate your business, your life, or anything into a system, those little steps compound and you will see the progress, you know, or you can have fear and just stay in the same place, fuck everything and run, or face everything and rise, or recover, whatever. But if you have a business that you want to possibly expand and give some products that don't cause overhead or anything, think about the digital growth community because they have live webinars. I'm gonna start off with the little things. They got mentorship. They got people all over the world that can help you, and it's live. Like you can go once you go get into the community, you will see that it's live. And Michelle O'Neill is great at putting information out. She does live webinars where you can talk to her and everything. She's a real person. The other thing is with the digital growth community and the legacy program, you have one purchase that's an investment in yourself. You know, I know things are tight for everybody, they're tight for me. I did this last year and I still don't have any regrets about this program because For one, I don't have to pay anybody else for my sales. When somebody buys, 100% goes right back into my bank account, and nobody else gets a cut off the top or whatever, and you're left with crumbs. That isn't how this community works because they have the resell rights. You acquire the resell rights, which means 100% commission. And that's the value I saw when looking for something to help my income and my other types of wealth of just well-being because it's basically your freedom machine. You, this program is based on a 2-hour workday where you can make time work for you in the morning, lunch break, wherever it is. You can do a minute video and get your message out, but you got to be consistent. And I know we all have busy lives, we have other obligations, but you can make it work and you can use whatever social media platform you want. You can use you can use TikTok, you can use Facebook, Instagram, YouTube. I just choose to concentrate on a couple of them, TikTok and YouTube. And the reason I use YouTube is because it's the number two search engine besides Google, where you can. What do you go to YouTube for usually? To solve a problem. Well, that's what the legacy program is about. It gives you 4 income streams to solve your problems. There's the launch pad. It's a That's a beginner friendly system to get you up and running. Passive daily pay, set up income streams that hit your account daily. Again, that's up to you if that happens. The digital mastery that gives you advanced strategies to implement into your business. And I have done this with my other businesses, Franklin Investigations, bosssolutions.myshopify.com, where I have implemented these strategies and they have worked. But you just, it starts with one step. And the fourth one is the legacy program, where you relink, you have the resell rights, 100% commission. Like I said, nobody gets a cut off the top from you. Those are the things that solely, I mean, for me, it's hard to think of a negative on this thing. And if you're scared about being a tech person, once you go to choose your website on GoDaddy, it's $39.99. It's a one-time fee. There's no subscriptions, none of that. Where you make that your freedom machine. That's working for you 24/7. It's your silent partner. And the other thing that this program does, it shows you automation, click funnels, where you go into the your customer goes into the website and they put in their email. They will get sent a video of Michelle O'Neill telling them a little bit more about the program and how it can change your life. And if you find value in helping other people, it's going to help yourself. But if you're a coach, teacher, someone that has taught people things before, you know the satisfaction you're going to get helping somebody. But this will help free up your time where you're not missing time for family events, vacations, things like that when you're thinking about going to get that part-time job, working another 20 hours a week on top of your 40, and you're going to feel burnt out from that. Why not choose an investment in yourself that you have some control over. And you get to meet joyful people and choose a way of life that will better you. But, it takes you to make that first step. Like, you got to compound those steps. That's what's going to make it work for you. You got to use a system. You got to do that. You know, so if you want to do that and learn more, you can go to my website, legacywithyou.com. Put in your email, say ready in the comments, and I'll send you the link. But if you put in your email to legacywithyou.com, you will get your guide and blueprint how you can make $10,000 in 30 days potentially. I say potentially because you got to make the first step. You are number one. Be your own self solution. So, I can't preach that enough. You can sit and scroll on your phone for hours on end and you're not accomplishing nothing. Why not put yourself out there and give people a reason to change their lives? And I don't know about you, but certain things in our lives here in the United States have not gotten cheaper. Groceries aren't cheaper. So everybody is raising their costs on this program is $900 total, and you get a $1,900 value. That hasn't changed with everything else going on. So, and the other good thing about this is you can get the afterpay program where you can do 4 payments of 250. I did this also. And the other thing is if you're worried about being somebody that's not a tech person, which I am not, I did pay somebody that is certified in the community and they set up in a few hours. And to me, that was money well spent because it saved me time and a headache and frustration. So every base is covered with this program. It just takes you to make the investment in yourself. Because if they can do it, I can do it, you can do it. That's the only time I'm going to say I is when you can do it. Other than that, I don't really care to talk about myself. But if they can do it, you can do it. We can do this. We can go on this journey together. So, again, go to my website if you want to learn more, legacywithyou.com. Put in your email, put ready in the comments, and I'd love to have you join me. Thank you. Take care.